tonight's very special because we get to showcase the guys who worked, who I believe in my mind worked the hardest to get to where they had to go and achieve their
This guy.
dream. We are showcasing the Walk-Ons. Marvin, I want you to tell the folks in the audience who we have on tonight.
Well, the first fella, I'm not really going to call him a walk-on, even though he walked on at Alabama, because he was heavily recruited out of high school. He just wanted to be a member of the Tide. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, former Indianapolis coach, Mr. Waine Bacon.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing, man? It's my pleasure to be here.
Bacon!
And then our next guest.
Dave's a beast.
Our next guest. I don't even know how to introduce this fella right now. With all that's going on in the world with COVID, anybody who works in the healthcare industry is a hero to all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, played wide receiver at the University of Alabama, Mr. Hamid Haqq.
They talking about me, Willie, baby. They talking about me.
Oh, I see Steve showed up.
what?
Though.
Wait a minute, we got Electric Clyde has made a appearance on our
What
show.
That's slick. That's weird. That's a good joke.
Man, what's up, Clyde? What you got going on tonight?
How are y'all doing tonight?
Glad to finally have you on, man. What's going on with you?
Man, I'm holding it down for my nephew. He is in there taking a dump right now, and I told him, he told me not to tell you, but I am here for him. He's gonna be here in 1 second, all right?
Did you take the other Steve to the barbershop? He got a fresh cut, Steve.
Let's talk some. I'm ready to talk some football.
All right. What do you think about this recruiting class, Electric Clyde?
Well, I think they were really good, but they wasn't as good as my recruiting class. Yeah, I played Saban in 1968. It was me, Johnny Earl, Otis, and we got we won a championship. One game, I scored 37 touchdowns.
So what happened after that, man? How was the NFL for you?
Well, I got one. We won a Super Bowl, and we ran out of rings, so they gave me a necklace.
They gave you a necklace. What kind of necklace was it, man? Is it diamonds, gold?
No, it was a candy necklace. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up.
All right. Okay. So y'all go ahead, and I'm gonna jump in whenever I feel need be. Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Come on.
Yeah. Why is that boy Marvin always naked?
On a whole sweatshirt.
Well, tonight, but when we go on your Instagram, it's a different story. So we thought we'd bring some of your former teammates on here to kind of explain that, and if it happened back in that day too.
We got to move the products, baby. We got to move products.
Yep.
Marvin was always the one in the club, in the bar, taking his shirt off for everybody.
Really, Wayne?
Oh, my bad.
Oh,
We all know that was you and Reggie.
Reggie never. No, not
Reggie Miles. Reggie Miles
Nah.
and Wayne Bacon with Roberto McBride. Them three right there. Boom.
And you had nothing to do with it at all.
Nothing.
And you weren't the Highlands legend, right?
Well,
Yeah.
it depends on
There
what
we
you're
go.
talking about here. I mean, I earned my stripes, but that's a whole different story.
Hey, before we jump into things, Hamid's got to attend to some surgery. Is that right, Hamid?
Yep, he's right here. 1 second, please.
All right.
Hey, Hammond. Hawk.
Ace Ventura, pet detective. What you over there doing?
Chicago, ND.
What did they say?
He over there playing Operation.
No, man, we just letting folks know you're about to attend to some business and a surgery, so we'll see you in a few minutes, right?
Yeah, guys. So I'll be popping in and out. I just want to tell you all that I'm grateful to be on this show. I've been watching you guys for a little while, right?
Hold on. You've been watching this show?
Yes, sir.
I don't even watch this show.
On that cable access channel.
I'm curious, what kind of surgery are you going to?
All right, so it's a fracture in the spine, a compression fracture, right? And so we're going in with 2 spine jacks to basically crank the end plate back up and put cement in behind it. So these right here, they go in transpedicular, and then we just crank it up. To think like a car jack, except intervertebral body, titanium, cement.
So
That's kind of painful.
Are you leading this surgery?
No. So there's other people here, like my guy Paul. And,
Hold on, time out. Was that Waine? Waine was like, "Are you the one in charge?" Waine was like, "Hell no."
I'm gonna opt out.
Wait.
What's I'm gonna opt out?
Insurance.
Waine was like,
always.
Waine said that was him. He's been running.
Hey,
So-
Wayne still thinks it's 1999, Hamid.
Hey, look, I'm glad to see you are where you are.
Yeah, man. You need to come visit, man. It's what you need to do.
Anytime, man. My job has even cut my traveling off, so I can't even get on nobody's airplane yet.
Well, hold on. I can't. Look, y'all. Okay, since you're doing all that, y'all hiring. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I want to try something new.
All right. Hey, man.
What's the application
don't get stressed
process?
out when that surgeon tries to flex.
That's okay. Marvin flexes all the time for us.
All the time.
But I ain't doing it with nobody back opening and putting a jack in there. Like
I can't even say what he's trying to put in somebody back.
Hey,
hey guys, if you wouldn't mind, I promised my little girl that everybody on our show would give her a shout out. Her name's Eden. She's 8 years old. She thinks what we do is a pretty big deal. So if you wouldn't mind, give Eden a little shout out real quick for me.
Really big quick shout out to beautiful Eden. I know you look nothing like your daddy. And
thank God.
and I just want you to know that I'm not here by choice. I'm in a work release program, so they made me do this show. So, but hey, we love you and we're glad, and you should be proud of your dad for capturing criminals like myself and making them work instead of sending us to jail. So yeah, there it is. Eden. We love you. How about that?
That's what I was looking for. Making a difference in my community.
Okay.
Happy Tuesday.
Okay, I'll go next. I'll go to.
Happy Eden. Hey, Eden. Happy Tuesday from your boy over here in Atlanta. Roll Tide. Your dad does a great job. Thank you for letting us borrow him for this hour and a half to 2 hours, or however long we ever borrow him on Tuesdays. Have a blessed one.
Well, Steve's ankle bracelet goes off in 30 minutes, so
yeah. And Eden, let me add something else. Eden, let me add something else. Eden, listen, the guy on here that's wearing the glasses, let me tell you about him. Don't ever let him see you run or do anything athletic, because he's going to evaluate you. That's what he does. So when you're around him, just walk. Don't even do nothing. He's going to evaluate you. He's going to tell us if you're good or bad on his show. Even as a child, his name is Stephen Smith. He's going to evaluate you.
He got a tape measure and a dry erase marker in his back pocket.
Right now.
I'm glad he wasn't around when I was playing.
man.
How old
Bruh, don't do that, man.
How old is Eden?
She's 8 years old.
Hey, Eden, if you don't want to be on a blog at 8 years old, just be still, baby. Be still. Don't even.
There you go. We appreciate that, guys. I
We
appreciate
over there
it.
trying to get height and weight on him.
Yeah.
40 times.
Bruh, no.
He's
No,
gonna
man.
he's gonna have her on In My Own Words Friday.
Yeah.
What your time is in the sandbox.
That's right. Most definitely.
Not just
Jump right into it. We're here to celebrate you, Waine, and then whenever Hamid decides to come back from his surgery, so he says, we're going to talk about him too. But man, talk to me about your path to Alabama. It's pretty crazy coming from Maryland. How did you become a Tide fan, and what made you decommit from Florida State and head our direction?
I was as a kid, Alabama was always on. So growing up here, Alabama was always on TV, and I was getting into watching football because I liked playing it. I never really sat down to watch football, but when I did, Alabama was always on. So I would sit and watch them, and I always thought their brand of football is so boring. They're not throwing it all over the place like everybody else, but they were winning. And I was like, I like winning. And I could have went to other schools, but it was something about Alabama that was special to me. And I told myself as a kid that that's where I wanted to go. And so I was, recruited to a bunch of different schools. And my mother said, you don't have to go for the money. You can go where you want to go, what's going to make you happy. And Alabama was it. And Coach Cottrell from Florida State was recruiting me. And he ended up leaving Florida State. And he knew Alabama was my number one choice. Well, he called my mom before it was time for me to make my decision. And he was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I'm leaving Florida State and I'm going to Alabama. And that's your kid's number one choice. And I'll work it out for him to get the opportunity to play there if that's really what he wants to do. And I followed through with that. And that's how I ended up there.
So a question. So how many other schools recruited you?
I can't even answer that. It was a bunch. It was I started out getting recruited by small schools, and then one of our old teammates, Marvin Brown, he played on our rival he played at the school that was our rival, and his head coach would always send big time schools over to my school to see me, which was a blessing. Because, most coaches worry about their players, but I mean, his school recruited itself in this area. And that's how I started getting most of my looks from the bigger D1 schools.
Wow. Well, that recruiting thing could be something, man, because, coming out, I was recruited by a couple of schools, DeVry, ITT Tech, Phoenix Online. Yeah.
Where'd you finally decide to go?
He went to St. Mary's Equestrian College.
Yeah, and I went to Penn State.
But then he got in trouble. Never mind, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Then I got in trouble.
Matter of fact, we got a photo there behind Marvin.
Hey, Wayne, there you go when he's back in his playing.
Yeah.
No, come on, man.
That's from the media guide. If you want.
It looked like you're in the middle of a touchdown celebration.
I was. Yeah.
Actually, that photo is now available on our website for $9.99. All proceeds.
Hey,
hold on, Steve. I got one question. How the hell were you running and smoking a black and mild at the same time?
Hey, man, we didn't have the rules. We didn't have the rules y'all had back then, Hey, listen. So, Justin, I need you to do me a favor, man, if you can.
What's up?
If you can get you and Steven, if y'all can get a hold of Daniel Moore, maybe he can do that painting for me, please.
No.
You know a lot of people. You think you can get a hold of Daniel Moore and have him to recreate that for me?
If not Daniel Moore, I can find his brother.
All right.
We can find David Daniels. Yeah, how about that?
David
Daniels. A Daniel Boone.
Oh man, not him. Not Boone, bro. No, not Boone. Anybody but Boone. Anybody but him.
Okay. Right.
If you could bring that picture on the next Fine Bomb appearance, get him some national exposure.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. It's time,
hey, Steve. You see Steve M. Smith that got that cut. I tell you, he must have been updating his Tinder profile pic. He went and got
no, man. No, bro.
He got ready. He got his Tinder pic updated. He ready now.
Okay.
Marvin, I'm gonna get you, man. I'm gonna get you, Marvin.
Okay. Okay. What you got going on with the new cut, man? What you got going on?
No, I'm just trying to do me over here, man.
All right.
Man can't even get a haircut and get left alone.
Hey, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, Wayne, I'm telling you, bro.
He never gets this clean for our show, man. You click on his show, he's got suit and tie, looking good. He was.
Wayne, hey, Wayne, hey, Wayne.
He comes.
Hey, Wayne, I'm getting jumped hard, Wayne.
Wait. Wayne, when he comes on here, he looks like that Antoine guy from In Living Color, that homeless guy.
Oh, nah.
Carrying that jar around.
Hey, Marvin. Hey, Marvin. Hey, look like Steven, and yeah, he kind of cleaned up. I think he found somebody to bump glasses with, I believe.
Welcome to our show, Wayne.
It's a pleasure.
It's not like anything you've experienced.
That is a fact.
Not bum glasses, Steve.
I'm gonna try to be serious. So Wayne, the road of a walk-on is tougher than any other. What does it take to make that decision to be a walk-on, especially at a historic university like Alabama?
Hold on before you answer that.
Why you gotta interrupt me, man? Why you gotta do that?
Because
Steve, he does that every week.
No, yeah, I want to say something. So Wayne walked on to Alabama, but in terms of athletic ability and just overall giftedness, his skills more than exceeded the majority of the players at Alabama. That vertical within itself. Wayne, what was your vertical?
It's 42.5.
Yes, sir.
Right.
That's a vertical. That's a vertical.
Yeah. That man.
Hey man, that's amazing. You just walked on in Alabama and got out. That's great, man. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I walked on to plenty of campuses, man, and got escorted off and got charged for trespassing and everything.
I beat the trespassing charges.
He did.
I beat the trespassing charges. They realized that I belong.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, though, one of the most gifted athletes I've ever seen, man, in terms of physical abilities, hands down.
Oh, that's what's up.
Hold on, Marvin.
So Wayne,
so Marvin, you trying to anything, Marvin?
Huh?
Marvin is saying you were like gifted athletically, but you couldn't learn the plays. That's what he's trying to say. That's what he's saying.
That's what it sounds like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we need to dive deeper into that real quick.
I'll talk to Marvin offline because it won't be professional.
Playing safety is not like you have to know a lot anyway. I
mean, wow. First time
you see where this is going when you lift.
No. This is what I'm saying.
At age 40, you get to talk to people any kind of way you want.
Cover 3 is cover 3. Cover 0 is cover 0. 1 is 1. 4 is 4. I mean, no matter what level you're playing on, it's the same thing. That's all I'm saying.
It's a little more technical than that, but we're going to let you ride with that one.
Now, it's not like playing middle linebacker when you have to know what everybody on the defense is doing. Now, that's a whole different world.
So what was the
middle linebacker don't even turn around and look back, so they don't need to know what we got going on.
Which middle linebacker are you talking about? They better know what the coverage is behind them when they make an adjustment.
Hey, look, you still can't turn around. See how far your head can turn.
Hey man.
We have video footage.
I give you compliments and you attack me. See, you let Steve influence you, man.
Hold on. You gave him a backhanded compliment.
Hey man, I said he was one of the most
you gotta learn how to roll with the punch.
Yeah, he was all right for safety.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
I said he's one of the most gifted athletes that I've ever seen. Now,
I appreciate it.
Hey, Marvin, bump all that, turn around.
My name is not Takeo Spikes. My network.
Y'all do look alike, though.
Takeo neck like this wide. His neck wider than his head.
Yeah.
I'm a lean, mean 208 pounds, sir. Let's be clear about it.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
That is. He used to be.
Somebody had to do it.
So what was it like every day in practice going against people like Tre'Andus Luke, Freddie Millens, Dre Fulgham, and all those guys? Because I know they challenged you every day.
Yeah, we had a talented group of receivers. We had a really talented team, and our receivers were special. Freddie Millens Antonio Carter. He was.
Don't forget about my guy J Mac.
Jason McKelly, yes sir.
He had speed. J Mac could run route. I mean, he was a tall receiver too, and he could run routes, and he would run right by you if you let him. Antonio Carter was a technician running routes. Tre'Andus Luke clearly was a technician running his routes. Freddie Millens, I mean, he was a trick bag. Like he could set anybody up playing defense. It was very challenging to cover him, but they made you better. It works out for you in the end. I mean, you're going to take your beatings against those receivers, but it worked out for you in the long run.
So Wayne, would you say that Freddie was Antonio Brown before Antonio Brown?
Freddie was Antonio Brown, Peter Ward. He was all of that. He was too talented.
I think personally, man, and this is another subject, but I think Freddie got a raw deal in the end. I just really believe it.
He got a horrible deal
yeah,
after
without
that.
a doubt, man.
Yeah.
SEC championship game, MVP sophomore year. Next year, they better get him the ball. What? Come on now.
Yeah.
And then we get a coach who likes to run the option. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah,
What?
I've heard enough conversations about the quarterback situation at Alabama back when we were there. And it's something we didn't have control over.
Oh. So who talked more trash, AC or Marvin?
AC, Marvin. People wouldn't talk trash to Marvin. You got people are scared to talk.
Marvin talking trash. Who was worse, him or AC?
Hey, Marvin out there talking trash to himself.
Yeah, and pissing himself off. Marvin talked trash with his pants.
Hey, other players like, I'm not going to talk too busy. He's too busy talking. I'm not going to. Marvin, you was out there talking
fun.
That we all did.
Marvin, you was out there talking to yourself.
Well, sometimes, yeah.
So is it?
You already know you can't be in your right mind to be a linebacker. So
oh snap! Wait,
I mean that's very true. You got to think about it.
I was gonna say that's true.
You're running downhill full speed every play to hit somebody. I mean, you can't be too tight to have to do that every play. And to mention, you're running downhill at a dude who's usually about 6'4", 6'5", about 320, 330 pounds, and you 240, 250. You're outmanned anyway. So you know you're going into a bad situation.
Justin and Steven, let's just be quiet and let them two argue. This is entertaining.
Well, and Marvin can argue with himself too, so it's like three people.
Yeah, it's 2 against 1.
Justin, don't start instigating again. I'm telling you,
hey, man. Well, man, it's what the viewers want, man. They ask for it every week, man. It's not about us. Not anymore.
But you know, Steve is going to instigate. He wants to pit us against each other so he can sit back and laugh, then crack jokes. See, don't take the bait, man. You know it's a hole under the
I'm with you.
No, I just didn't appreciate the fact that you said he was a world-class athlete, but he ain't know no plays. I didn't appreciate that.
Wayne, don't take the bait. You see, you know it's a hole under them leaves. That ain't what I say.
Now, Wayne, this is a safe place, man. Say what you got to say, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna hold back.
Wayne, I've watched you, man. Very, very, very good. No, you're a great DB, man, and I just can't believe how a person can just take that away, saying you only knew like 4 coverages, a cover 1, a cover 3, a 0, and something else. I knew the defensive package.
Marvin's just jealous because he couldn't play DB. That's all it was. Everybody wanted to play DB.
DBs had to turn around.
I didn't.
DBs had to turn around.
Linebackers are the cool ones.
But Steve, you got to realize, man, DB's got to be able to turn around.
Yeah.
Boy, Justin, that's your last one.
Hey, but you know what? If Wayne, if you want to get Marvin off you for real, tell him to stand up. He ain't got no bottoms on. He always come on with just a shirt, no bottoms on.
Jeans.
There you go, Marvin.
Thank you. Hey, Justin, did you get that package, Justin?
What package? He just lifted his leg.
What? Yes, we got the full view. We got the full view.
No, did you get the package I mailed to you?
Okay, there you go.
It's funny you said that because my sister just sent me. It went to her house and she got. So yeah, I got it.
Send my damn package back to me since you want to crack jokes.
No. Justin, Marvin knew what he was doing. He sent it to your sister because he's saying your sister need to work out. I would take a piece of that.
Yeah, he's speechless. He's speechless.
Hey, no, Steve, you can send your package back too, Steve. You can send yours back too.
Wait a minute.
Why? Hey, let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I got the package, man. The 40 plus package. I got the sweats and I got the gloves. Let me tell you something. And this is no lie. Those are some of the most comfortable, durable workout gloves I've ever used, and that's real talk. Real talk.
Like
So,
with the wrist
hey,
wrap
man.
built
So
in.
yeah. So kudos to Marvin for finally doing something right. Yeah. So that's yeah. Yeah. Hey, so for the viewers who are watching, if you are into working out or you're trying to work out or whatever, man, listen, get that gear, that 40 plus, especially gloves. I don't know anything, but the gloves are great, man. And get the book too. It's a lot of misspelled words, but get the book.
And the gloves come in different colors as well. So ladies, we got you covered with the pinks and other things.
Well, I live in Atlanta. When I was working out, the dudes had the pink gloves on, so I don't know that. So, but anyway.
Whatever you and your boo do in y'all spare time, that's between y'all, Steve. We ain't talking about that right now.
So Wayne, tell me about when you got the Camus, man. Who on that field really kind of took you in and invested in you and helped your growth as a player?
I like to say Tony Dixon, Marcus Spencer, Kelf Bailey. Those are guys. Those are guys that I really looked up to. There was a guy named Marvin Constant around, but you know, it depends on which day of the week you catch him. But you know, we had a really good, close-knit group of guys, man. A lot of people took me under, and especially when people saw the talent that I had. And you know, as a walk-on, sometimes you may get down because you're not getting the opportunities that everybody else is getting. But those guys kept me going. They challenged me every day to come in with the same intensity, to just follow up everything that you put on the field the day before. And eventually your time will come. And my time came. So, you know, I appreciate it. I can name a million people throughout our team and our locker room that helped me out. So, you know, I will forever be appreciative for it.
I still can't believe you a walk on. That's hard to believe, bro. That's hard to believe.
It's unreal.
I always say he wasn't a real walk on, but we'll let him have that title.
Hamid's back. Hey, Hamid, we talked a little bit the other day about how you got to Alabama. It's a pretty cool story. If you wouldn't mind telling the audience and how you got to Alabama, your story, and pretty much how you had to do it all by yourself.
Hold on, Hamid. Before you say anything, that was a quick surgery. Did you lose the patient?
They're at the hospital's at capacity, Steve.
And he's outside.
Did you give up?
Ran.
Did you give up? What'd you do?
Yeah, no. My portion. Yeah, my portion was pretty simple. They just needed me for one small part of it, and then the hardware guy finished the rest of it.
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering. I thought maybe you. I thought when you opened it back, and you saw what you was up against, you was like you on your own.
Hey, Steve, that was quick. The anesthesia just kicked in, and y'all, you done already.
Man, you should know by now, a walk-on never quits, so man.
Hey, man. Hey, who trained you? That same doctor that did Marvin Constant surgery on his knee?
Oh,
wow.
I hope not.
I hope not. Oh, man, that's great. But yeah, Justin, to get to your question, long story short, got 4 little brothers. I didn't want to go to community college. I had a friend of mine named Gordon who was already at Alabama. He tried to walk on, but he pulled his hamstring. So you guys remember Alan Holly and Richard Randolph? Those 3 guys, all 3 walk-ons, they gave me they let me stay with them for a little bit while I did the loans and the grants and et cetera. So I had my bicycle. It was the first few weeks of school. I rode my bike to the stadium. The stadium was unlocked. So I snuck in the stadium. I've never seen anything like that before, never been to a collegiate game. I walked in the stadium. I said, you know what? I'm going to try this out. I didn't really know football that well. I knew I was athletic. So I rode my bike to the complex, and I saw a paper on the door that basically said, walk on, tryouts, meeting, 7 a.m., this date. So I said, all right, well, rode my bike back home, then went to the meeting, saw Dabo talking to about 60, 70 people, and I signed up. And I remember going up to talk to Dabo. I was like, hey, I'm ready to go. I want to do this. Yeah, let's go. He kind of looked at me, smiled, being a walk-on himself. He was like, all right, you believe in you. That's all you need. Good luck. You need to eat, and you need to eat, and you need to work out, and you need to eat. Because I was like, I was skin and bones, man. So after that, it was 6 months of basically 6 a.m. It's like CrossFit classes at 6 a.m. 60 of us came down to 9 of us. 6 of us got lockers for spring training. And I was the happiest kid in the world. And at that point, what was my motivation after that point? Like I said, I didn't really know what I was doing. I walked on as a receiver. So basically for 1 year, I was getting my teeth kicked in on the scout as a wide receiver. And I made the decision to switch over to DB. There was two situations where I said, I do not want to be a receiver ever again. One of them was they did a hitch route, and I ran a 5-yard stop, and then coach said run it back, and then I went to another receiver walking. I was like, hey, your turn. I was like, nah, man, you go. And I was like, hey, but they know the play. The defense knows the play. It's a hitch route. Salim Rashid got chewed out for not buzzing to the numbers fast enough. So, I was like, just do it. So I lined up, ran the 5-yard hitch. As soon as that leather hit my fingertips, it was dark. I saw yellow and blue lines. And that's all I remember. So then after that, there was another tackling drill that we did one time. And y'all remember Gerald Dixon, I love him to death. Waine, you remember the Rat Pack, those guys, right? So after tackling drills, one of the guys, they held me down on the ground, you know what I'm saying? And I saw the DBs. It was like one cohesive unit. Everybody was they were just like an entity, right? Roberto McBride, you had Milo Lewis, Wayne Bacon, all those guys. So then I'll switch to defensive back at that standpoint. I put on about 20 pounds to the program. I finally got onto the travel squad. And then I remember looking at Wayne Bacon the whole time. I could never tell if Wayne Bacon was a walk-on or a scholarship player because, he was a strong performer from day one, from what I saw, right? And I remember Wayne Bacon at times when when I get joked on, some of those jokes were so damn good, I couldn't think quick enough to even say nothing back. I would go home and I would come up with counter jokes just to keep up with Gerald Dixon and Freddie Millins because they joked so good. Now, the way Wayne Bacon used to joke, he wouldn't really say too much. He would give you this look like, and I could tell all kinds of jokes were in his head when Wayne would give us that look. But anyways, I'm very appreciative to Coach Thurman. Gave me a shot on the travel squad as a DB, put me in the Auburn game the last few seconds of the game. I remember jumping in that game. I was the most happiest time in my life. It was during Ramadan. Me and Salim were both fasting at that time. And it was such a magical moment for me. I remember getting on the field. I heard 26 low left. And then Reggie Miles came up to me and he patted me. He goes, Hawk, you know what the hell you doing, man? I was like, yeah, I got it. I'm ready to go. I got it. 26 low left. And I completely didn't pay attention that week because I didn't think I was going to get that chance. Anyways, if you look at the film, all the corners were supposed to stay about 8 to 10 yards to get a piece of them. The safeties covered the top, right? What I did was I was so scared of getting beat deep, I was standing back about 15, 16 yards. Just hoping nothing bad happened. So sure enough, player ran a quick 10-yard out route, caught the ball, I tackled him out of bounds, whatever. And then the next week, I remember Coach Torbush was looking at game film because we won that game 31-7. And he was like, what the hell are you doing, boy? Are you done with the cow pissing on Flat Rock? And I was like, no. I was like, basically, I try to sell what I was just thinking, and if I had to listen that week, if I had to pay attention to details, and the rest of my life and my career, I'm so caught up on details after that specific experience, my ass would have been standing right where that ball was thrown.
Exactly.
I could have had my one interception of my life if I paid attention that week, because that 26 low left to the left side, I would have been right in position.
Wow.
I gotta say this though. So I remember when you were playing wide receiver.
Oh God.
One day we were in practice. I don't know what the hell you were doing. I don't know what made you do this. The ball was so far over your head, but you laid out anyway. Have y'all ever seen somebody lay out full stretch and the ball 10 yards over there? We just looking like the ball.
I remember that day. I remember that.
Man, he looked like somebody doing a belly buster diving into the pool. It looked like it hurt, boy. We all looking like, what the
Effort that counts.
Dang.
I'm talking about he laid out full stretch. Ball ain't nowhere near. We all looking like, what this?
Hey, you know what was going through my head?
What?
Only four words went through my head for every one of those moments.
Oh Lord.
You only get one shot.
Yeah,
That's
I like that.
Wow.
I like that.